Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
shall we start?
Oh, yes, I'm game.
Okay.
I'm game.
Okay. Ashwin?
One teacher, one book, one pen, and can change the whole world by Malala Yousafzai. Honorable Chief Guest, Advocate CMA Sankar P Panicker sir, respected Jeffrey Johnson sir, Head of the Department of Commerce, Self-Financing, teachers and my dear colleagues. A warm good morning, even the all present here. So let us begin this session, then a silent prayer. So Mr. 1 minute of silence. Today we will be having a webinar which will be based on the topics dynamics in career of cost and management accounting, which will be held by your chief guest, Advocate CMA Shankar P Panicker sir. Shankar P Panicker sir is a practicing advocate, insolvency professional registered under IBPII and AI. First person to have appointed as IRP and liquidator in Kerala. Certified professional in commercial abbreviation from Indian Institute of Abbreviation and Aviation. Fellow member of Institute of Cost Accountants of India, Institute of Management Accountants, United States of America, member of Institute of Certified Management Accountants, Sri Lanka, graduate in law from School of Legal Studies, Cochin University, members of Southern Indian Regional Council, ICAI, 2015-19, 2019-23, Vice Chairman of SIRC of IAC, Independent Director in the Data Bank of Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, occupied the position of Chairman of Cochin Chapter of ICAI. Clear finalist, Qualified Intermediate and Group 2, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Corporate Trainer for banks, NBFCs, and education institutions, Faculty in Finance, Law, Management Accounting, Topics in Professional and Management Schools. Partner, Panicker and Panicker Advocate, Kochi. Spearhead, Corporate and Taxation Laws. The firm has been standing out 65 years in Kerala High Court, has produced legal luminaries ranging from the Judge at the Supreme Court of India, Advocate General, Senior Advocate. Partner, BPPS plus Consulting, Management Consultants. Core areas includes risk-based internal audit, strategic planning, loan syndication, debt restructuring, training, etc. Owner, Panicker and Panicker Co-Accountants, Kochi. Cost audit, cost compliance, certification, management consultants, corporate trainer for various companies. Then also served in HDFC Bank, LTD, ICICI Bank, Nest Group companies, and MPs. So now let me call upon Neelu Joseph of BCom with the computer application first year student to deliver the welcome speech. Neelu, please.
Good morning, all. Today, I take this opportunity to address the gathering. First and foremost, I take this opportunity to welcome our chief guest for the day, Advocate CMA Shankar P Panicker, who is a practicing advocate and an insolvency professional registered under IBBI, currently handling one case in each liquidation and voluntary liquidation and two cases in CIRP. He is also the member of Institute of Coast Accountants of India, currently the partner at Panicker and Panicker Associates, partner at BBS Plus Consulting, and he was heading various private banks such as ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank. Once again, it is with great enthusiasm I welcome you, sir, to this prestigious occasion. Now,
Thank you.
I would like to welcome our HOD of the Commerce Department, Jeffrey sir, whose guidances has helped us in our curriculum and co-curriculum activities. Welcome you, sir. I would also like to welcome our teachers to this occasion who are the strong pillars of the institution. Last but not the least, I welcome all my dear friends to this great occasion. Thank you.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me. Good morning to each one of you, and I carry the best wishes of Institute of Cost Accountants of India. We are celebrating the CMA Day today. 62 years. It's been a very long journey. We are senior citizens now, so I carry the best wishes and wish you all wonderful days of learning, knowing more about the profession, and get accustomed to the new challenges which are I really don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, but then these are all learnings. So the game is like no, inch by inch game or day by day game. You learn a lot every moment you learn. So therefore this particular day is so close to me because one, CMA Day, no doubt on that. Number two, when it comes to Albert's College, I have been. I was an alumni of this college. I did my pre-degree. I don't know whether you're pre-degree now. All those people who are in the about 100 of us here. Previously, it was before +2. It was pre-degree. So I was a student of Albert's College. So therefore, whenever you get to hear Albert's, some sort of pumping. All right, without taking much of a intro, thank you for the kind words, and I fondly remember my teachers when I was doing my pre-degree in commerce. Rajagopal sir, Robbins Jacob sir, a lot of them, and but for them, whatever little I am now. So we'll quickly move to the presentation now, so that I essentially look at about 40 minutes or 45 minutes of presentation, and we'll have an open discussion, or 50 minutes of presentation, and we'll have an open discussion. Hope all of you can see this presentation, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay. So today we will look at how this career in CMA is taking shape, and there's an amazing opportunity, and not just the the beauty of this career. I would want you to understand, going through this graduation. Let us not take a decision which is quite emotional. That's the most important thing. I always suggest my students or whoever I interact with, that let us understand the dynamics of each of the professions. I'm not saying this profession is better than profession, or this is good or this is bad. I'm not able to. I will never say like that. End of the day, what you're supposed to do is, friends, you need to understand what is your liking, whether it matches with the this particular any of these courses matches with your liking, and then you have to take a call. See, all these institutions, all these courses, or all these career are essentially built up for a particular objective. So if you are not able to, for example, I'll tell you, I can never think of a career which requires some sort of artistic things, because I can't even draw a straight line. No, it doesn't work, and I just cannot work in an organization where you are doing a repetitive process. It is absolutely difficult for me to adjust to that culture. I always prefer to create value. I always like to be a consultant, to create value, whatever little we have, whatever little we know. So essentially, my liking is like it should not be a a necessary evil. I am positioning myself as a person who helps my my client, my stakeholder, to take some good decisions and also give some solutions. Now, when it comes to insolvency and bankruptcy code, since I'm a insolvency professional now, an advocate and insolvency professional, being a finance professional, being since I was working with this, I was essentially an accountant for the past 20 years, and definitely I can enjoy. I have the luxury of understanding the finance and also law now. This combination is amazingly good. So that which somebody takes about a day to understand, I probably take only half an hour. Not just me, any finance professional. I'm not glorifying myself here. Any professional, any finance professional who would like to take up law, this combination is good. So that is the reason why I have taken up this. And end of the day, let me be very honest to you. CMA or cost and management accounting is always, a really, really, passionate subject for me. The reason for me today in front of you is purely because of management accounting or cost and management accounting. So we will discuss on that going forward. And this is another presentation, madam. In fact, let me just, if at all the slides are not moving, you are supposed to alert me, or else I will not know. Okay, please alert me if the slide is not moving, or my sound, my sound is not proper, or some connectivity issues. Anything you need to remind me. Okay, is that game?
Okay, sir.
All right. So I always start my presentation with this message. This message is essentially, I'm sure you could understand the image of Sri Buddha. It essentially says, believe nothing, no matter what you read, where you read it, or who said it, or even if I have said it. Lord Buddha says, believe nothing unless it agrees with your own reason and common sense. Now, at your age, friends, we were also going through these challenges which you're facing now. I'm not talking about the COVID or any other thing. The clash of interest. The clash of interest means which profession I should take up. Whether it is tough, whether I'll be able to make it. I'm just an average. I'm good in that. I'm good in that. I'm good in this. Now, all these things, you will have a clash of interest, clash of ideas. Therefore, please don't worry anything. No matter who says, I'm sure information is in abundance. People like me will come and give you some sort of insights, but then you should always understand that whether it matches with your common sense. I always feel that people at your age go with whatever your friends do. For example, there was a trend towards MBAs. Let me tell you, MBA is not bad at all. But then when you're comparing with a CA, a CMA, or CS, the MBAs you should probably think of should be from IIMs, Indian Institute of Management, or XLRIs, or Narsi Munji Institute of Management, or IMTs, or ISBs. So therefore, these are all things you should understand. What am I comparing with? Now, these are things which should be. I'm not saying other management institutes are bad. No, I will never say like that. But then the creative, the perception, the quality, it will be totally different. And let me tell you in a different way. I was with as the gentleman who has introduced me in HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank. We used to we are in a few interview boards. The moment you get to see a student from of this profession like CMA or CA or CS or an MBA from IIMs, there will be definitely a difference in their approach to entire thing. So within 2 minutes we know where he is. So be careful. It's a changing world, friends. It's a changing world. It's a changing world, meaning I've just given you two charts. One is Mediocristan and Extremistan. Please don't get confused. There is no, there is no place such like, Mediocristan or Extremistan. Nothing. Mediocristan is the age when your dad, your mom, or your uncle, your grandfather used to work, or what is going to happen tomorrow. You know how much your parents earn. I mean, your parents. Let me just take you to a period or era where your parents were working, and I'm sure all of your or most of your parents will be still working. But then they know what is their salary. They know how much they are going to take home. They know how much they have to, when they are going to retire. And all those things are normal, factors which you know in advance. But now what we see is extreme stuff, which is extreme. For example, look at me. I was working with an organization, amazingly good organization in my hometown. Suddenly, I quit the job and started off cost and management accounting practice. And after putting in 10 years, presumably we were one of the best in our industry in Kerala at that point of time. Suddenly, I got admission for LLB from Cochin University. Suddenly, I joined. Suddenly, after 3 years, I thought I should practice as a lawyer because there is a synergy between finance and law. Suddenly, something else comes, insolvency and bankruptcy code. A new law comes, and you become an insolvency professional. No credits to you at all. It is all God's design. So suddenly, everything happens in an extreme way. I've seen my friends who are earning lakhs and lakhs of my as salary, and suddenly they quit and go. So these are all, and they start their own initiative. I know a person who has been offered about 15 crores a year from Google. He didn't join that. He didn't join that company. Instead, he started off his own initiative. He's doing really well. So all these things happen in a extreme style. Now we